Hi, I'm Jim Kuby.
I'm Annette Perkins.
Donnie Jershell.
Sharon Gessner.
My name is Tom Robinson.
David Melstring.
Teresa Bullhagen.
Danny Ellis.
Hi, my name is Nick Swerline.
At WonderSound, I mainly teach piano.
I teach guitar and bass guitar and applied music theory.
I teach guitar, bass guitar, and cello.
Woodwinds and Brad.
I teach mainly guitars.
And I teach voice and piano lessons.
I teach all saxophones, clarinet, keyboards, and guitar.
Percussion performance.
And I teach woodwinds, beginning strings, and piano at WonderSound Music. And I've been teaching lessons since 1991.
And I've been teaching guitar since 1992.
I've been teaching for about 12 years.
And I've been teaching for pretty close to 25 years.
I've taught here at this location for over 35 years professionally. And I have over 40 years of performing and recording experience.
I have multiple performance degrees from UW Milwaukee and UW Green Bay. Some of them are like flute, oboe, clarinet, saxophone, string, piano. Okay. You name it.
I have a bachelor's in voice from Iowa State University and a master's in voice from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
I went to UW Milwaukee for music, and then I also studied after that at the Conservatory of Music with Berkeley Fudge and Don Linke, and then I also worked with Kurt Hanrahan.
At UW Milwaukee, I studied music education and percussion performance.
I started at Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato, Minnesota. There with an Associate of Arts, and then went on to Mankato State University. I received a Bachelor's in Music Education for Instrumental and General in Music Ed from the Wisconsin Center for Music Education.
I have a bachelor's in cello performance, and I'm also registered in a couple of Suzuki cello classes. I started playing guitar in 7th grade, so I want to say about 24 years.
I went on to Carroll, where I was taught by Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra violist Jamie Hoffman, Irish Fest School of Music for some Irish fiddle stuff, so I could broaden my horizons on the violin and the fiddle.
I have a bachelor's degree in fine arts with a major in music and an emphasis on guitar performance from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
I've been playing in bands actually since I was 12 years old. I started playing when I was 5. My dad gave me lessons till I was 12.
I work with the students to see what they need. It's my job to bring to them the tools they need to get out of their instruments the music that they want to make.
I really work hard on getting students to listen closely to their tone and stress hard the idea of them developing their own tone concepts, and also a good strong sense of time so that they really begin to understand phrasing and expression.
Main goal is to work myself out of a job. I want to get to the point where my students are independent musicians and they can teach others.
I think that everyone has the right to find their own path in terms of what they want to do with music.
I approach them as individuals, and it's very important for me to find out what their goals are and try to always consider them within the curriculum that I'm going to work with them.
Healthy singing is probably the most important thing to me. I want to make sure that my students are able to sing for the rest of their lives and not have any problems with it.
First, I want the kids to have fun with their instruments. I want them to be well-rounded musicians and not just stick to just one thing, but for any instrument I teach, I like them to learn not only traditional ways, but also maybe something less traditional like rock violin or classical guitar.
This is especially important because I also work with folks that have special needs, 2 of which currently have autism. And understanding their goals is a very, very important thing to moving forward, especially with my special needs kids.
And I also tend to approach things from a physiological perspective. I'm interested in what is going on inside that enables us to do the things we need to do vocally.
I try to get my students involved with the big jam and the recitals that we have periodically here at WonderSound Music. I like to get them involved in performance.
Well, I think it's great for students to have something to be working towards in terms of performances.
It gives an opportunity for students that might not have it at band or orchestra to play their solos.
Big Jam is a really good situation to put kids into a band situation where they're actually learning songs and practicing, rehearsing together and doing gigs, doing an actual gig, and I think that's a great thing.
Sometimes you see progress that happens just because they have that goal to work towards, and so they tend to have more, they sharpen up their focus and get more motivated to practice.
Whether it's hobbyist or someone who wants to get into education or someone who wants to play in a band, I think it's different for every student.
Encourage all of my students to perform as much as possible, so having the opportunities at the store is great. I feel that it is especially important for singers to get as much experience in front of an audience as they can, because nerves can really impact a singer's performance.
I urge them to take as many opportunities as they can as possible, because that is just the best test for their level of knowledge and how well they can perform their piece in front of an audience.
It really bridges the gap for a student in terms of we're practicing at home, we're working on lessons, lesson material, but there's such a big jump going from that to actually performing.
And I think it's a really good teaching tool, and I think it's just a fun thing to be involved in.
It's a great motivator to be performing the things that you're working on.
Performance, when I discuss practicing with students, I really try to encourage them to think about a performance-minded approach.
And then to have a ton of fun along the way, keeping things fun, keeping things upbeat, and helping to move those students forward.